On this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, Kidder and I are joined by the local geek. That's right, he's back, and he's brought some interesting jelly beans for us to try. I mean, I know this show is all about us trying weird beer, but jelly beans? You're just going to have to trust me on this. It's good. Other than that, I mean, really, it's kind of an interesting show. We talk about our weeks. We talk about some hockey. We talk some board games. That's right, board games. Work that in there. It's a little bit more of a mellow show with some jokes, some laughs, and, hey, some real groaners of dad jokes. You're really, trust me, it's the perfect way to end your week. But we're glad you're here, because you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and V Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, pull up a seat, enjoy time with friends.
The Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Oh, come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that has a 50-50 chance of somebody kicking down the door partway through the show. Could it happen? Your guess is as good as ours. I am your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here, as always, with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who's already here and doesn't have to kick down the door, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
I'm going to kick in that mother if I want to. You don't tell me what I can and can't do in this place. That door needs to be an egress to the outside to let the people in. Let's let them watch this show. Why? Because it, that's why. Let's get to it. And Howard's like, this is going to be a night.
Listen. I already said I'm working on editing like last week's episode, and you guys dropped so much. I'm just like,
What do you mean, you guys? What do you mean, you guys?
Because out of like the people who swear on this show, it's like, you know, if we start at the bottom, it's like Local Geek and Rude Boy Kyle and myself, and then way up here is Kidder JS, and that one time that PK was on the show.
I don't know. I've heard Local Geek drop a few swear words here and there.
He has. But it's rare, man. It's rare.
Surprising with all of his appearances.
Right. Which hey, guess what? We're joined by the Triple B Brewmaster himself. Yeah, I'm inviting him into the conversation, so you just keep listening to us in the third place. But that's right. Local Geek is here. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, guys. Thanks for having me. And I try to keep the editing for future Howard down. So
I appreciate that. It's been a lot of late nights this week. Yeah.
I also would really like to see an episode where one of you guys breaks the door down halfway through the episode.
That has happened, actually.
Has it?
It has. If you go back, I forget the exact episode number, but it was the NDWF review or reunion show that happened. I was late to it because I was traveling back. And so like I kicked the door down like in the last 2/3 of the episode. So it has happened. So far, Kidder has not kicked the door down, but that's also because if Kidder were to kick the door down, there would be no door. Like,
yeah, that it's gone.
I know there's been a couple episodes where you were off, like at a hockey game, for example, and said, "Go ahead and start without me," but we waited for you.
I know everybody always waits. Nobody wants to have to come up with that opening line. That's why I'm telling you right now.
I don't mind it. I just like to be respectful, and
you could record it in the middle of the episode, and then future Howard could put it back at the start.
You know, there's nothing more that future Howard hates more than like editing things that come like in the middle of the show, because that always means that like I forget about it. I've worked out something else. I get to that point and I'm like, crap, I edited something for no reason. And then you have to adjust that, and then I have to adjust the sheet where I keep all of the chapters. It's a process. It's a headache.
It's a lot of sheet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not ready. I'm not quite ready for Kidder tonight, so I guess we better get to everybody's favorite segment of the show so I can better tolerate it. And that is what's
the end of the show.
Tap. Good night, everybody.
Nobody's ready for Kidder.
Yeah. So what's on tap? Local Geek, you are the guest. What you having?
Are we doing shots tonight, or?
I mean, if you're gonna make me do a shot, then I mean, yeah. Or are we holding on to that in case JS does join us?
Probably will want to hang on to it because I'm not sure if I don't know if he's sure if he's going to be able to join us, but you know.
So I guess we're waiting on that one. So what are you having besides the mystery jar?
Well, I've got my mystery brew made here.
I also just going to say that this episode is already going to be, well, whenever we get to these shots, that episode is going to be titled Mystery in the Jarro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a Mama's Little Yellow Pills, which I think has been had before, but I don't recall it being recently.
It has. I had it a long time ago, and then Kidder had it more recently.
Okay. Maybe it was just a little while ago then.
Yeah. He wasn't a fan of it, if I recall.
Mama plays a squeeze.
It's from the Oscar Blues Brewery. It's 4.7% alcohol. And other than the government warning, there's not a lot else on the can. It is Ball Corporation aluminum, though. So we'll open this guy up. It's not a bad pills. Give it, I get 2.5 right in the middle.
Nice.
Nice, like a summer beer. That's what I like for Pilsner, is like when it's warm out.
Good choice. Good choice. Kidder, I see you leaning into the old beer fridge. What you pulling out, good sir? What's jumping out at you?
Well, if there's things jumping out of here, then I got problems. So JS had this on the show last week, so I will have this on the show this week. Of course, pro move. Keep your koozie in the fridge because then it doesn't have to warm up on your drink. Again, if you missed last week, it is a Thirsty Street Brewing Company Lemon Drop American Sour Ale, America. And again, this whole thing's got Amarillo hops, lemon peel. It's crafted to reduce gluten. So this thing is single-handedly, can by can, taking gluten down. Gluten? Watch out, dude. Your days are numbered. 5% alcohol by volume. IBUs of 22. Again, an American sour ale. The Thirsty Street Brewing Company is located First Avenue North, Unit C in Billings, Montana. So, again, there it is. Thirsty Street Brewing. I'd say if there's a website, thirstystreet.com, almost the size of the can. There you go. Howard doesn't even have to put up lower third for it.
Nice. Because I wasn't going to.
I don't know how you missed that.
I don't know. I don't know how you missed the whole audio track.
Now half your can's gone, so I can't even see it.
Shots fired.
Hey, anytime you want to start editing the Triple B, you can edit it, man. I would love to take a couple weeks off.
Kidder the editor retired.
Yeah, well, if Kidder the critic keeps coming out, then Kidder the editor is going to have to come out of retirement.
Hey, the critic was a really good show. I like that show.
I didn't really watch a lot of it, but yeah. So how's the lemon drop?
It's very, very lemony, very droppy, very sour. So I like that in a sour. And it doesn't taste like malt. You know, the malt liquor taste that's usually bringing drinks like this down. So just like JS was saying, this is really good. A nice sour lemon drop aftertaste like you get when you are partaking in a lemon drop candy.
Nice.
If I had to rate it, and I think he said his rating went up as he drank it. Right now, I'd say I'm at a 4.6. Like, I wish it was 90 degrees outside right now, so I could be sitting outside on a porch drinking this sumbitch.
I'm looking forward to trying that one. It's you guys got me intrigued, and I almost grabbed it for tonight, but I decided on something else, something that I don't think we have had anything from this brewery, which is a little bit of a shame. But this is from the Bismarck Brewing Company. It is their cranberry blood orange chimera.
That sounds really good.
It sounds like something I would probably hate with all that fruit beer, but I saw this and I was like, we haven't had anything from Bismarck Brewing as far as I could tell.
I don't believe we have.
So
I actually didn't know they had cans available.
It's the first time I'd seen one, so I was like, I have to grab this. It doesn't have much for information on it, I will say. I mean, just they went like, hey, we're going to put all this cool art on it and nothing else. But it is 7.3% alcohol by volume, 18 IBUs, brewed and canned by Bismarck Brewing Company, Bismarck, North Dakota. It has the logo for the 2-Track Malting Company. And that's it.
Located in Lincoln, right?
Yep.
So, hey, a very local brewery. But yeah, we're going to give them a shot because it's the local guys.
And 2-Track distributes their malt to most of the breweries around the state, as well as into Montana, Minnesota, South Dakota.
So just
probably further, but
yeah, just from the first whiff, it's got a little bit of citrus, but it's got a little bit almost of a sour smell to it. That's what it kind of reminds me. But I don't know what it is. It could be a sour. It could be a pale ale. It could be a seltzer. I would hate. Let's find out. That is a sour. I was right on that. Ooh, that's nice. That is very nice. It's not the strongest sour taste I've ever had. It's like just a nice note of it, but then it gets into a really nice smooth aftertaste. It's like wonderfully smooth.
Nice. I think sours are probably the best ones to put fruit into because you get that sweetness from the fruit to kind of balance the sour.
Yeah, no, this has got a really nice finish on it. This is really good. I'm going to actually rate this a 4.5. This is awesome. So, hey, if you guys see this in the wild, pick it up if you like the sours. It's I
think we all like sours. So.
That's very good. Yeah, okay, great. Howard's got a good drink for the night, which is good because this is probably my one and done since I have to hit the road and work tomorrow. So, yay! But a good one to be the one.
Yeah, definitely. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we're still on the What's on Tap segment. I've kind of been itching to try the other cans that I got you guys. So I don't need to wait for JS to try that one, but the shots we probably should.
We probably should, especially, he's not going to be very trusting of anything that comes in a jar, especially after what Kidder did to him last week.
Was that the Doritos ones?
You're just going to have to wait and see, just wait. Just wait. It's good.
Brother Nico on it.
Well, that just gives it away.
Peter told me he was giving him the Doritos, so
Yeah, okay, fine. It was the Doritos. But it's a great reaction. It's
I will watch for it next week. Or
it's
the following Monday, more likely.
You mean last week? Because it's on the last episode.
True.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Mm-hmm. We're the definitely the podcast that can't keep its own timeline straight.
Neither can Stephen Moffat.
Ooh, shots fired. Hey,
Now what?
get her. There's now a TARDIS at Disneyland. You can go.
Like
Get your
now
picture.
or last year?
Like now.
Oh.
But you can go get your picture taken next to the TARDIS. Kidder's not thrilled by this.
Maybe I don't want a trip to Disneyland.
But it's a TARDIS, man.
Yeah.
So how's everybody's week going? Let's start out with the easy. What how's it going? How's it going?
It's been an interesting week.
Been a week.
Wow. This is proving to be a fruitful conversation.
We had several major incidents this week that I had to participate in, so
Yeah, that's kind of my week as well. I can talk about this. I have a meeting on Monday. We have at MISIC, the Missouri Yellowstone Confluence Interpretive Center, there's one road into it, and it goes over an irrigation canal, and the culvert that goes under the bridge collapsed, and so the road was starting to sink.
Oof.
So they've
What
made
is
it
it thinking about?
I mean, I guess it was just depressed, man. It comes at a terrible time because we're trying to get the season started for us. It's paddlefish season, so the road is in high demand. So Monday we get to have a meeting about how they're going to repair this. So we'll see how that goes. But that's kind of been the major excitement, I could say. We're trying to get our Marvel game night that we're doing as the museum off the ground, but we're not getting people signing up for it, and so we're in danger of canceling it. Unfortunately, we'll see what happens.
I'm
Monday.
surprised that one's not super popular.
We thought it would be. We've done a couple of different things. We had the big opening event. We did a comic drawing event. Both were well attended and such. And here, I think last I heard, we had 6 people sign up, and we need 20 to make it viable. So it's one of those, I'm not really in on the planning of it, but those members of our ed team are really trying to figure out how we failed on this, because it's an adult event. There's prize money for some of the stuff, so you could actually walk away with $100, and there's beer, and we can't get people interested in it. So we're trying, but yeah, it's not looking like that one's going to happen, unfortunately. So yeah, it's been a week. We can say that. At least I can say that.
Yeah,
Catchphrase.
I can too.
On Monday, my dryer died.
I'm sorry. When's the funeral?
I already had it. It's gone.
Did you send it out to JS's gun range?
No. It served its 25 years of service. Its days have come and gone.
I mean, you could have finished it off with a 21 gun salute.
I mean,
It's tough when those appliances go. I haven't had to buy one now for a while. Knock on wood, but I know, like when our dishwasher went out, it was like 3 weeks before we could get one in.
Had one purchased that night, showed up on Wednesday.
Good for you. Kudos.
Research. This place has them. I'll buy there.
Oh, I got something for you guys. I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
I like how I'm trying to like create conversation and prolong, and Kidder's just like shutting everything down.
I haven't even posted this out on the Facebook group yet, so this is the first time anybody's getting a peek at
how the
mead's coming along. This is the excess that didn't fit in my growlers, so but it's quite clear. Still very, very strong, so it's going to have to age a little bit. But
I see. I'm looking forward to trying it because I've never tried a mead, so it's I'm interested. I'm excited. Excited for when that one makes its appearance. Unless that's what this is.
That is not what that is. Although it's a very similar color.
It is. It is. It's a good guess. But
I may need those jars back to distribute some meat around to you guys when it's done.
Man, what jars back? Yeah, we can make that happen. So, Kidder, I noticed the shirt. Might as well ask. How are the Avs doing?
Well, after the first game, I was like, no, because that was bad. You were probably watching that. So, you say that, but I'm positive you were, because that's how they play when you watch.
Okay.
So, after that, they did the hokey pokey. They turned themselves around, won the next 4 games in a row. Bam! Series complete. Avalanche pick up the victory, moving on to the next round.
Do we know who our next opponent is? Who's next?
It's either Dallas or Vegas. And they are playing right now.
I see.
0-0 in the first.
Who do we want out of that, Kidder? I really haven't watched much of this season. Who would it?
The Stars.
We want the Stars. We have a better chance against the Stars.
Well, Vegas won the Cup last year.
Okay.
F Vegas. I hate the Golden Showers. I love Las Vegas. It's not their stupid hockey team and their group of thugs.
I'm just amazed at how like embittered you have become against like a team that is not that old, you know. Briefly.
Yeah. And it's amazing their road of douchebaggery has gone to that limit in the shortest time that they've been a team.
I mean, I can side with Kidder on this. I was forced to drink Fireball because of them.
Yeah. See? Even the Jets, the Jets were playing dirty in the last game. Game 5 was terrible. They tried taking out Parisi.
I mean, that is part of the, you get into the playoffs, and the more you play a team, the more the hatred builds. That's just how it goes. It's very competitive. Hey, fun fact.
Hey,
Kidder.
strong.
Because, I mean, this is sports related, not hockey related, but sports related, although you'll kind of appreciate this. So, talking basketball, because this is an interesting statistic. The Minnesota Timberwolves actually swept the Phoenix Suns in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The only reason I bring this up is for the fun fact that they are the first professional team in Minnesota history to ever get a sweep in the playoffs.
Are you sure it wasn't even WNBA? Because they're like the only team that's won any championship in the past 25 years.
They are the only team to ever get a sweep. I heard this tonight on the radio coming home. I'm like, I have to share this with Kidder because, I mean, it kind of just makes everybody else look kind of bad. You know, even like the 91 Minnesota Twins who had Kirby Puckett and were dominant. The closest they ever got was they won 1-5. You know, so yeah.
That brings up a point, I think. Well, I shouldn't say that. The Lynx won a championship, but out of the bigger teams, the Twins are probably the last one to win a championship, and that was 91. So,
yeah,
27 years ago.
See, I made a basketball story slightly interesting, mostly because it, picks on the Minnesota teams. Although I follow Twins baseball, so.
But of course, reminds you how many championships, i.e. Stanley Cups, have the Wild won? All right, it's still 0. Just share that. Because.
This is why we don't have listeners in Minnesota. It's all right. No, it'll be good. Good to see how the Avs continue to do. I'm hoping for a good long run in the old playoffs. So mostly because that gives us content for the show. We can keep talking hockey. Be good. Be very good. So let's see. What else? What else can we talk about, gentlemen? Because I hate to say it, like I have kind of lived at work this last week, and when I haven't been at work, I've either been home playing with my kids or I've been working on hobby stuff. But that's not really exciting. I've been, just assembling models like crazy. Yeah.
Shall we?
I have a new banner logo.
What was that?
I have a new banner logo. A new name for the KRDN Eyewitness Weather Now radar.
Yeah. Wow.
We,
Sky Scan Doppler HD.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, it's no longer the Titan Storm Scan HD. People were like, whoa, is there a storm coming? It says storm on the screen. And I was like, no, it's just scanning the storms. Well, where's the storm? And I'm like, oh. I see.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's good. It's good. Peter, I think we should. Actually, I should let Local Geek. He was trying to introduce something before you threw in the banner. So
sorry,
but well,
I was going to say, I see Kidders in the background. Should we break into these cans?
I mean, JS isn't on the show, but
I'm okay with that for these ones. I really want to try them.
So does that mean we are into everybody's second favorite segment of the show? What's on tap? Round 2. Drink.
Potentially.
I mean, if we're tapping cans,
those cans, I
think the cans are empty. So
no, the cans are not empty.
Oh, it says alcohol free.
Yep.
Lift to open.
I went out and found out that Jelly Belly makes beer flavored jelly beans. So I got you guys all some and gave them to a few other friends too. So on top of that, I also got the cocktail mix because it was going to cost me like $30 in shipping if I didn't spend another $30 to get the free shipping. So
that's how they got you. Oh man, that's great. Well, thanks, Local Geek.
well, Oh, and they come in like little tiny packages inside the can. There's a bunch of them.
So we're doing the draft first.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Dealing with my tape. Dealing with my tape.
Lift to open. Here we go. Woo! I did not expect it to be that small. All right. Yeah, look at these little triangular dollops of Jelly Belly. So the question
Serving size is 5 bags.
Perfect.
You know what?
66% added sugar of your daily value. Holy crap. So are these supposed to be all the same? That's what I'm getting out of this?
I'm pretty sure these are all just the beer flavored ones. They don't have like different styles or anything. Which is what I was initially looking for, was to see if somebody made like a stout and a IPA and a Pilsner, et cetera, jelly bean. But
yeah.
I just got to say, I'm drinking this lovely sour, and now I have this. I almost need a palate cleanser before I try these. I mean,
2!
Like I need like a palate cleanser, like a shot of whiskey.
2.
or if you want to do the shots, we can do the shots.
Listen, I've been trying to get that catchphrase over. The whole you need to cleanse your palate with a shot of whiskey. I'm working on
2.
it. But Kidder is Kidder is trying to get me to play if you know you know. So
I mean, I am trying to get you to drink, but if you want a shot of whiskey, go get a shot of whiskey. I'm not stopping you. I'll even give you a selection.
I know, because again, got to get up and try. I just try to get the catchphrase over, man. All right, we doing this?
He's over it. He's like, "Are we doing this?" I'm amazed at how pressurized these things are.
Yeah,
like,
they got a hiss when you open them like a beer can.
Oh, is that?
Mine's more dangerous. That's the living dangerously over here, Kidder.
Mine's bigger.
I can tell you they don't smell like beer.
That's okay. I just committed alcohol abuse, apparently.
Control yourself, man. Good Lord.
It's
your poncho.
It's a beer from Local Geek. Of course it's got to explode on me.
At least it didn't seep into the carpet.
But I had to go find it down there.
All right. We ready?
Let's do this. Cheers, gents.
Cheers. There's a kind of a close-up look. This nice golden color beer-esque.
I did
Yeah. I don't know.
Doesn't really taste like beer.
No. It's got like almost like a tingly sensation the way you kind of chew it up.
It's the carbonation.
Going in.
Howard's like me, he needed another one to really.
I'm on number 3.
Yeah, but I'm doing like 3 at a time, man. None of this one bean BS.
Hey, I was talking about BS on my terrestrial radio show. This show, of course.
Of course.
Cross promoting. What was that?
Big head on a stick.
That's boring.
It's the best I got, man.
You know, like they're not terrible, but they don't taste like beer.
No. This is way too sweet to be beer. I was expecting, at least a little bit of bitterness.
Yeah, I was expecting like a hops flavor. I was really expecting like an IPA jelly bean, essentially.
That's kind of where I was in the ballpark. I was thinking, you're gonna go, the hops, because that would be the easiest clear beer flavor. But this is just like, I don't know. It's closer to like a butterscotch, not quite, but
yeah,
like a butterscotch or a cream soda almost.
I can't place like that tingly sensation I was talking about if it's like just a real slight mint or something like that.
I mean, the can's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with that.
Originally, I was just going to buy like the little single small packages. And then when I found out how much I had to spend to get free shipping, I was like, well, we're getting the cans.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, local geek.
Yeah. And if we're actually doing round 2, I need to get another one here because I finished my first one.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not doing round 2, but
You just had 3 rounds.
Well,
that made this wicked tasting.
well, yeah, sweet and sour do not mix, man.
No, it actually amplified the beer and pulled out like what old beer would taste like in a warm can and mixed it with the sour.
So clearly, Kidder, you need a palate cleanser. May I recommend a shot of whiskey? I will get this over. I will keep trying. Damn it.
So I went to the old beer fridge and I got a drink that is no stranger to this show, but I don't believe this particular flavor has been had. I have the long drink peach.
Ooh. I'm excited. I'm intrigued.
I've been excited to try this one since I picked it up.
I didn't know it existed, so I'm thoroughly intrigued. I want to know how this is.
Ooh, it smells really peachy. That's really good. That's a 5 out of 5 easy.
Oh, wow.
I love peach, so and it's total peach right up front, and then you get that aftertaste of the long drink.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find this. That's
I don't think Howard was paying attention for a second.
no. You took a shot of, or at least we're pouring a thing of whiskey.
Salute.
It's available at the liquor store out east. So. Or at least that's where I found this one. It was in the Build Your Own 6-pack. I assume there's probably cases of it available too.
By out east, you mean the liquor store owned by Will?
Yep.
There, Kidder. You happy? I didn't say the name.
Woo! There you go. Fry Ranch whiskey, straight rye. Made it all the way back from Phoenix. Can't find it up here.
That liquor store is also where I picked up the mystery shots. So.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
I even looked for that in Des Moines, and they didn't have it there.
The mystery shot?
Definitely not. Everything was labeled.
I mean, I honestly, do I want to do a shot?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd ask Kidder to pick a number, but he's already been shouting 2, which isn't even the joke. So
3.
well, which is it? 2 or 3? What's it going to be?
Average 1 and 4, and then you have to take 2 and 3.
I don't think so.
Or mix them together.
I think we're not mixing them together.
Fine.
All right. Heads. Tails.
That's a kill Dr. Lucky coin.
Yep. Kidder, call it in the air.
Tails.
It is heads.
So that's
3.
2.
3 it is.
How does that work? Heads or tails? I thought it was 2 and 3.
Well, yeah. If you would have got it right, then I would have gone with 2.
No,
but you got it wrong. So I went with Derek, who said 3.
Yeah, all right. Well, whatever. Whatever you say.
I don't know. I mean, you act like there's no rules to if you know, you know. It just is.
Probably just fucking lawlessness.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was. So
What was?
number 3 now.
You haven't gotten that far in the episode from tonight.
Nope.
Just wait. How
Wait,
far
I
did
was
how far
on
did,
that episode.
Oh no, sorry. I'm thinking of sorry. I've lost in my own editing. Next week. Just wait.
That must be when Kidder has the Mama's Little Pills too, because the only time I had it in a spreadsheet was episode 71.
Oh, you know what? I think I know. He had it like on, I think, one of the wrestling shows.
Ah,
I think is when he had the Mama's Little Pills. Which, hey, guys, maybe you can help me. I'm trying to find a bit because I want to make a short out of it. There's a bit that came up in one of the episodes, and I don't know if it was one of the regular episodes or if it was the live streams. But I want to find it because I think it'd be great. But we were talking about war pigs, and the bit goes that I was trying to come up with what that sound was, that riff that Kidder just did. And then we had a whole conversation where after every sentence he would make the noise. And it was funny. And so I'd like to try and find where we originally did it and not this copycat one that we're doing right now.
Bam, 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 da-down.
But I can't remember which episode we did that on.
Bam, 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 bam. Bam.
So, Local Geek, you remember this bit at all?
I vaguely remember it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it was one of the ones Brother Smalls was on, but I'm not positive.
No, this is recent.
Okay.
This is recent. This is like within since either since the 3-year anniversary or like slightly before it. Like it's fairly new, but I can't remember where. And of course, it's not like I put on my little like chapter sheet like War Pigs bit because that doesn't mean anything, you know. So if somebody is watching this and you get to that and you remember that episode, hey, put a comment down. Help me out here because I mean that's a lot for me to go back just to try and find that one bit. So it was good.
Could have been 155. That was the 3-year episode, wasn't it?
Yep. 3-year was 155.
I was going to say, I don't have a lot of comments on the scoring on that one, which probably means I was busy at work, so I may not have been paying super close attention.
I don't think it was during that. I want to say it was one of the ones after, because I'm trying to remember who was with us. And I want to say it was Kyle, but I can't recall. Kidder, you remember anything?
Nope. I was dead at the time.
I don't have Kyle on any of them since the 3-year episode yet, so unless he was on last week.
He was on like the one right after The Hangover. Pretty sure.
I thought him and I had both been on one since then too, but I don't have anything on the spreadsheet yet.
Seems like there's a problem in the old spreadsheet. I think you're going to have to go back, Local Geek, start at episode 1, work your way through again.
By the way, I did notice on the spreadsheet I have the notes section behind the score that I did document at least a couple of beers that were poured out in those notes.
Oh.
So I don't think I have them all. I have at least 2.
Excellent. The new stat has begun.
I didn't even know that I was tracking it when I tracked it.
Hey, listen, you were just future-proofing, man.
I was. Because, yeah, the first one happened on, would have been episode 87 that I have tracked as a dumped beer. And I know there was at least one more before that one. Because that was the skunky one that you had.
Okay, yeah, that one was pretty bad. That one was pretty bad.
I think I've dumped the most beers on this show, though.
Oh. Wow.
To be fair, though, 2 of them were just straight up, like, had gone bad.
Here I would have thought it was Kidder, but... But, could be wrong. Hard to say. This is why we need an official, statistician. And it's hard to say because sometimes, we just quietly, put the beer down and don't finish it over the course of the episode, and we don't say anything about it, so...
Right.
He's talking about himself now.
No, I do finish everything, as painful as it is sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Listen, I take that seriously. If I buy this beer, I'm going to finish it, damn it.
Well, I also like to live.
See, I live dangerously, man. And I got kids, so I can't go out bungee jumping. So I just drink bad beer and call it living.
Sure, you can.
Boy, that was a
you
sad
can do
sentence.
it. Maybe just once.
Kidder's digging in the old beer fridge. You might be looking to start round 3. I don't know. Hard to tell. Is he? He's thinking about it. He's trying to decide. Maybe that one. Wait, is that an IPA? No, I'll pass on that then. Could be this. This looks good. He's grabbed something. He's pulled it from the fridge. It's got a yellow label. He's pulling out the koozie. Scratching his ear.
Hey, Randy Newman.
It's quite red.
He's looking in the fridge. He's thinking about a beer. He's looking at a beer. Maybe sitting here looking at a beer. Maybe second shelf. Nope, it's the first shelf. Nope, it's the second shelf.
You could have gone with any nature documentary, but Randy Newman?
That's more of a Family Guy joke there because it's oh, it's like Randy Newman sitting here commentating on my life. And it's him sitting at a piano that's stupid. Whatever. Okay. We already did the thing. This is from Quirk Trails. Quirk Trails.
Quirk Tales, it says.
Cocktail glass on the thing there. Quirk Tales. I don't know. This is supposedly made with real fruit juice. This is a raspberry lemon drop. 5.9% alcohol by volume. It's 12 fluid ounces in this here glass bottle. What else do we have on the back here? This is from Boulevard Beverage Company. It's Ripple glass. Kansas City, Missouri. So we got a Missouri brew right here from KC Mo.
I think Missouri hasn't been on the list yet.
Mississippi is the one we're missing. We're missing sipping it.
Hey, watch out, local geek. He's going to have to make his own book. Definitely smell the raspberry on there. A little lemon action, lemonade.
In fact, Boulevard has been represented 2 other times on episode 5 and episode 137.
I think I was the 5. Because I think that was the coffee beer to kick off all of this beer nonsense.
The steep drop.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Give this a solid pie.
Okay.
Because it's a bit syrupy, like synthetic-y. But strong
like
in the raspberry and the lemonade.
Well, hey, on Derek's wonderful bit of pun work, it reminded me that we have yet to do Kidder's least favorite segment of the show. That's right. Dad jokes of the night or the week. The part of the show where Kidder tunes out for a little bit because I'm about to read you 4 dad jokes from this book that somebody felt the need to gift me. And sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're bad. Sometimes they're dark. But hey, feel free to use them on your own family. What is the difference between people from Abu Dhabi and from Dubai? The people from Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people from Abu Dhabi do.
That was a little bit of a stretch on that one.
Yeah, when the punchline is longer than the joke, you're really working on it. Oh, man. If you are Russian when headed to the bathroom and Finnish when you come out, what are you when you are in the bathroom? European.
No, I think you're Polish.
Have you ever tried to eat a clock? It's very time consuming. You don't know why the old lady fell down the well? She didn't see that well.
All right.
All right. That's been some dad jokes.
See, I would have gone with that one. Why did the old lady fall down the hole? Because she didn't see that well. Because then you wouldn't be reusing the same thing. That book sucks.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, we've talked about the fact that there is no author on this book. Nobody felt strongly about these dad jokes that they're like, I'm putting my name on that. It's, actually, okay, we do have this.
He's going to be charged for war crimes.
No, there's a thing in here. No part of this publication may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted. Oops. In any form by any means, electronic, mechanical, photocopying, recording, or otherwise without the prior permission of the copyright owner. Copyright 2020 by Dan Gilden. All rights reserved.
Way to go. Now it's recorded proof that you have violated the terms of the book agreement.
You know, he'd have a very hard time with that because some of these jokes, like that European joke, like I heard that one in the 5th grade. You know, it's not like these are all like incredible original works. You know, a lot of these you could find if you just used Google. So, anyway.
Did you guys hear that NASA's putting a new satellite into space to say sorry to the aliens? They're calling it Apology.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Anyway, that's our dad jokes of the week. Hope you liked them. If not, let us know. Put it down in the comments. Failure to put anything in the comments about the dad jokes means that you absolutely loved them.
What if I comment with more dad jokes?
Yeah. Yeah, some that aren't copyrighted. So, good times. Good times. Let's see, gents. What else is there to chat about? I mean, because as I said, I really don't got much. I haven't played video games. I really haven't watched TV. My wife's been watching TV while I've been down here. She's watching this really crappy medical drama called The Resident. I don't know if you ever saw commercials for this. It ran on Fox for a number of years. The show is terrible. And I mean, just like the absurd level of stuff that happens. I mean, I'm just kind of listening in because she's watching, but one of the characters leaves his wife at the altar for another woman who happens to get run off the road when she tries to whistleblow on her company and goes missing. The same company, the guy loses a friend too because the company makes medical devices and he had a heart valve replacement and it was defective. So that happened. So he basically was supposed to get married, leaves the altar, loses his other love interest, has his best friend die, all in a week.
Sounds
time
like he works
period.
for Boeing.
It's like incredible. It's like the amount of bad luck that this guy has
got that one
in a single week. It's just unrealistic, So
That's coming from the embodiment of Charlie Brown.
I know. I mean, that guy almost should have got the title. It's like, man, you have nothing to be happy about. So it's crazy. And there's a lot of other kind of nonsense with it. She watched one episode where the main love interest of the series had a fight, but I can't even tell you what the fight was about. It was kind of like they just were like, and we're going to have a romantic clash here over what I really don't know and I don't understand. And then like the next episode, they were back to being all lovey-dovey. And you're just like, what? So that's what I get to listen to while she's down here and I'm modeling. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying something better, if you've had time to watch
Avalanche
it.
victory.
I'm surprised you didn't mention like Star Trek Discovery.
No, this week's episode was stupid.
I mean, I'm talking about terrible television. That would have been a great transition, kidder.
No, we already knew it. It wasn't a transition. You said Discovery. And most of it's been trash.
Well, I know. I was talking about a show that wasn't very good, and you would have been like, yeah. You think that's bad? You should check out Star Trek Discovery. See, it's a close, man. Should have picked up the thread. Run with it. Mm-hmm.
We finished up The Ones Who Live, the Walking Dead spinoff. And really like that one. That's my favorite one out of the 3 spinoffs they've done. So, or the 3 main story spinoffs, I should say, because they've done other spinoffs too. But
maybe one day I'll get to those, but yeah, I don't know. That show was a hard watch.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be one thing I think if you watched it live, so like you had like a week break in between, but like to sit and like binge watch through it. Oof.
Yep.
Oof.
Even these spinoffs, I mean, we watch 1 to 2 episodes a week, and there's only 6 episodes, but it took us since it finished airing on TV until just this past couple days we finished it. So
yeah. Mantic Games just got the license back to do Walking Dead All Out War again and to reprint that. So this is a board game tie-in news. So I didn't get into All Out War, but I do have their Walking Dead skirmish game.
Nice. I
It's
haven't played that one. Dead of Winter's my favorite zombie apocalypse one I've played.
Dead of Winter isn't bad. I don't know. I think by the time Dead of Winter came out, I had enough zombie games in my collection that I was just like, I don't know if I need one more. Because one of the first games that I got into was a game, Last Night on Earth. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
I'm not.
It's a pretty good little brings a zombie movie to life. Like the cards and the play in it is very it's very cinematic to how the game, to how you see a zombie movie. But you play on one of two teams. You either play as the zombies or you play as the survivors. Some of the scenarios are better than others in it. There is one scenario where you have to, by the end of turn 8, have no zombies in the mansion or the old house that you're supposed to barricade in, but all the survivors in. But because of how the zombie rules are, the zombies always have to move towards the survivor. So the key to it is you don't actually hide out in the house. You run around the house avoiding the zombies because they're slow. And then at the very end, right before turn 8, you just quickly rush into the house. The zombies can't get you and you win. So you can totally cheese out the zombie player. But it's a fun little game. I haven't played it in a while. But it's fun. It has some definite moments that are very, very cinematic in it.
Nice.
I enjoy it.
If I remember, it's been a few years since we played Dead of Winter, but if I remember right, the zombies move in a similar way that they move towards the closest person.
Yeah. I've only played Dead of Winter once, and it wasn't bad. But yeah, as I said, I think I was kind of zombied out by the time that one came out.
The thing I like about that one is it's a cooperative game, but you've got your own secret goals that you're trying to accomplish. So everybody's supposed to pitch in their food to help out, but you may have a personal goal, where you're trying to hoard food, so you only give out one food card and say that's all the food I got.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I find those things frustrating. So, it's kind of like if you've ever I've played Shadows over Camelot.
We call that game Bad Stuff Happens.
But my thing about it is I have played that one 3 or 4 times now, with a traitor as a possibility, but we never end up with a traitor. But you almost always think there is, because I've had some relatives who have played that and played it so non-strategically that you're you kind of have to be a traitor, right? Because why would you do that?
We've never thrown the traitor in, and we've only beat it twice, I think.
See, and I think we've beat it 2 out of the 3 times we've played. So
wow, that's impressive.
I think there's been a lot of luck with it, but
I think there's a lot of luck to it.
There is. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's a perfect game, but we also the group that I play with, we kind of started with a lot of cooperative games. So there's a certain level of teamwork and skill that have developed amongst that group. So, they kind of have the whole working together thing down pretty strongly. So we're pretty good, but yeah, I think we've only really lost it once. I think that was the time that my brother-in-law and his wife were playing with us, and they weren't very good. So
yeah, it's a lot of luck on when the bad cards come out, the really bad ones.
Yeah, and what you have, because I think we've had some times where we've been lucky, and we have, because there are cards that can nullify the bad stuff, and we've had those. And I mean, I'm not saying we weren't lucky, but yeah, I think we've won it more than we've lost. You get into something like Pandemic, and we've lost Pandemic more than we've won. So I can tell you that.
I think we're maybe 50-50, but It's probably on the side of the game winning more than us.
Yeah, that one gets so tricky, and I like it, but some of the rules about passing cards and such are just so difficult, frustrating.
Have you played Legacy?
I have not. I kind of avoid the legacy stuff, but I'm the kind of guy that likes to keep his stuff pristine. So tearing up cards or marking boards, I get a little twitchy on that stuff. But
I got it for my birthday or Christmas a couple years ago now, and haven't opened it yet. So if you want to try to play it, maybe we can try to arrange a night that we can all get together and play through a couple rounds of it.
Yeah. My wife, I mean, she loves Pandemic. That's probably one of her favorites. But yeah,
I like quite a bit too.
Yeah, I don't know. I've avoided. I do have one legacy game in my collection, but it's set up in a way that you don't destroy anything. It's got an interesting thing, Derek. It's the board has little pockets on it. So as you do things and accomplish things, you then slide cards into the pocket to reflect that change. So if you ever want to reset it, you just pull the cards back out.
Nice.
So that I could get behind. But otherwise, yeah, I don't. And that was one that I backed it. It was on Kickstarter, and I backed it mostly because it was based on the art of Paul Bonner. And I like Paul Bonner's artwork a lot, especially his trolls. In fact, Simon is making a special extra large figure of a Paul Bonner piece. It's a character called KLOM from Zombicide Black Plague. It's actually the character I play as when I play Zombicide Black Plague. And so I looked at it because I was like, okay, yeah, I would pick up a really nice, larger scale model of KLOM. I do that. Let's play this game because everybody likes it. Price is Right rules. We can get closest to the price of this KLOM miniature. Kidder's like, I hate you for doing this, but it'll be fun. Take a guess, Kidder.
$4.
Like $4?
I don't know. It's like Price is Right. I don't go over.
Well, that's true. Local Geek, take a shot.
32.
The Local Geek's going to win, but he wasn't very close. $180 for this thing.
Dang.
I know. It's like, nope. Passing on that. A near 200, and that's not even with shipping. It's like $200 for a miniature.
Right. I was going to go to 50 and I was like, that's probably too high for a miniature.
I mean, whoa. I mean, Games Workshop has some miniatures that are in the $60 range for, something that's probably about, this size scale. I mean, and of course I have him on a standard base, but I mean, it's a big guy compared to your normal figure, but yeah, $200 for it. I couldn't go for that. So I'm a little disappointed because it's I would love a large clown. He'd be an excellent display piece to paint up and put there. The detail was great. You could actually see the chameleon or the iguana that is sculpted onto his shoulder pad. It was really kind of cool, but yeah, my wife would kill me if she found out I bought a $200 model. Yeah. So, yeah, look, some board game talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Well, gents, I know this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode, but as Kidder reminded me before the show started, Backlash is tomorrow. So Kidder and I still have to stay up and do predictions. Look at Kidder. You can just tell he's thrilled by doing Backlash and predictions. So on that early sarcastic and yet somewhat excited face, Kidder, we've been talking for quite a while. It's time we probably wrap this show up with some cheap plugs.
All right. Hey, here we go. BeerBluesBS.com, 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 BeerBluesBS.com. It's our main website. Got everything on there. Hit it up, like it, favorite it. There you go. Also, help us out by, sending us some money. We could use the money. Please, money. Dollar, 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 dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the cheddar. It's what we need to make this show better. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Again, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs is right here on the bottom of the screen. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Help us to help the show. You can subscribe to the show as little as $1 a month. And then on the live shows, you see your username scrolling across the bottom of the screen for all eternity. I don't know how long they'll stay on there. So, yeah. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Help us out. Merch stores at both of our websites, beerbluesbs.com and streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. You can help us by buying a t-shirt, buying a sticker, buying a pint glass, or 3, because we have all kinds of great designs, both with me on it and with me not on it. Yeah. Like Howard's Cave of Wonder, the sticker.
Yep.
Or maybe the Triple B sign in the background. Maybe a Triple B sticker. Maybe devil horns. That's not ours.
Beer Blues BS.
Why is Howard promoting somebody else's website and Local Geek is promoting our stuff?
This is a callback to a previous episode where there were shenanigans. You're welcome.
Evil shenanigans. All right, so
Howard
again,
committed in you guys to merch over the devil anyway.
Yeah, just help us out, because we would definitely absolutely love to have, the ability to continue the show into the future. Audio podcasts, we are available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn, IMDb, Player FM, Pandora, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, and everything in between. If you have a podcast listening service of choice, please subscribe to us on that. Even if you're subscribed on another one, subscribe to us on all of them. It'll help us. So please help us. Help us so much. Please subscribe. And on your audio service of choice, search Beer Blues BS. And please click subscribe or follow. Or both. We're also on YouTube. Please like us and share the show from YouTube. You help us get the clicks there. Beat the metric. Also, Facebook and Instagram. Please like us, share us, help us get in front of the people. Do the things with the show and the things. Help us. Please subscribe. Facebook.com/beerbluesbs and Instagram.com/beerbluesbs, or just at us. Slide into our DMs at beerbluesbs. What was that look? Local Geek almost threw up after I said slide into our DMs.
I broke into the cocktail jelly beans. You guys are in for a treat when you have some of those.
Which one did you have?
Ones are going in the garbage.
Oh, I think I'm going to leave that as a surprise for you guys.
Well, let's see. I know Kidder's going to hate the pina colada.
Yeah, I just said they're going in the garbage.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll
I
say
also see on this list that there's no old fashioned. So clearly this is subpar group. Not to blame Local Geek for this, because he's the one who provided it, but probably because they're non-alcoholic and it's all naturally and artificially flavored.
I mean, listen, would you really want a old fashioned from a jelly bean company? That's guaranteed to have cherries in it.
Yeah, that is true. You guys can feel free to break into those and have them on future episodes when I'm not on too, and share your opinions.
Okay. Next week, join us for jelly bean cocktails. Yeah. It'll be good. Now you have a reason to come back.
Or maybe it won't. Oh, I got another one. Oh, those are bad.
Are you sure that you got the alcoholic ones and not the good or evil mystery jelly beans?
Oh, no, it's consistently been the same one that's bad.
Oh. All
We'll
right.
figure out which one it is
Well-
next week.
Or if Howard just slows it down and freeze frames Local Geek eating the past two.
Yeah, that sounds
He's
like
got the rewind button, Local Geek. Like, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to enhance.
Be like CSI.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Articulating
happen.
splines. All right, where was I? Oh, like us, share us, please. Click the thumbs up on all the places and all the things. That'd be great. Thanks. Yeah, I'm done. Final thoughts.
Local Geek, take it away.
I got one. I was reading over my peach long drink can here. I thought everything that was on here was the same as we've already read from the long drink. But then I was reading the bottom section here underneath the peach flavor. And it says it's gin with natural peach and juniper berry flavors. Okay, great. And carbonation. All right. Colored with carrot juice.
Well, at least you know it's full of beta carotene.
And it's delicious, so I'm not going to complain. But I was a little surprised to see that on there.
So that's a good final thought. Good final thought. I wish I could say that I have something equally as interesting and thoughtful, but I don't. I just am going to add, I have been dropping a lot of things tonight, and I'm glad I have yet to drop the sharp blade I'm working with. But it's been bad. I need to get some glue on my fingers. There you go. A final thought. Back to you, Kidder.
Final thoughts. Time to get out of here. So for Local Geek, for Howard Blues, I am the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Kidder. Thank you for being here for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, including the live premium live event and live pay-per-view reaction shows. Thanks for being here. There's a little acidic reflux in this thing. Maybe that's the cork in the cork tail. Oof. Yeah, Howard's trying not
He's
to
getting
glue
ready to
himself
glue it
together.
to his finger now.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am a clear hobby professional.
And on that depressing note of Howard gluing everything together. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, you little magic fingers.
He's casting a spell on us.
Freaking
Or on the listeners.
That's no wonder nobody watches this show. All right, time to get out of here for these guys right there. Again, have a great night. Keep your glass at least half full. There's free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that squirrel-filled Tuscan Highway. Have a great night. See you on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
Oh, by the way, tomorrow is WWE Backlash. It's at noon.
Great. Because I can't have a nice, easy weekend. Okay. Well, guess that means we got to do predictions tonight, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we will probably keep this show on the shorter side of things. I have to go to Medora, so I won't be available to record a reaction show until later. But it is what it is.
Or we just don't do it.
I hate to not do it because the wrestling content has been what's bringing in the viewers. It's the subscribers.
Yeah, local geek, you hear that? The wrestling is bringing in the viewers.
I'm trying to bring him to the regular show.
Oh.
He's trying. He's commenting. You know, that's a start.
I've already commented on this week's episode.
A
force to not be reckoned with. That's what he is. Don't mess with the local geek. You're going to take you out. Or not to eat.
Or at least turn off your Wi-Fi. All right. We should probably get this show on the road then if we have to do predictions, because that means I got to get those up tonight before I go to bed. Okay. Let's see. Opening line.
It's usually at the start of the show.
I know. I just.
Right.
I got it
for something to say.
You're right.
Have you tried the word something?
No.
Oh, you should try something with something. Trying to help.
I know. I'll come up with. I'm just looking around. Let me know. I'll figure something out.
Something.
JS potentially joining us, so
hopefully
we'll let him kick down the door when he gets here. If he gets here. Okay. I got something. We can do this.
Something.
Yeah. Something. Is it something good? I don't know. Here we go.